Well, good morning, everyone. Thomas Montgomery with IIMFL and Smart Money Alliance. It's a beautiful Friday morning, December 11th, 2020. We get together with our distribution partners most Mondays through Fridays at 8 o'clock Central or a minute or so before to get started. And you will usually record these webinars for later viewing if needed. We have three primary types of distribution partners. We have affiliates. Affiliates, it's free and easy to be an affiliate. And I think after we discuss this today, I think you'll realize that probably just about every life insurance agent across the country should be an affiliate with us because it offers a remarkable opportunity to connect with small businesses and write more policies. But we'll get to that in a minute. So we have affiliates, which is free and easy. We have our credit literacy educators, and they're a specialty role. They're focused very much on helping individuals, whether they're small business owners or not, improve their personal credit. We're not credit repair, of course, but part of our mission statement is to help improve credit literacy and credit scores because that increases access to housing, transportation, and certainly access to capital for business. And then thirdly, and maybe most importantly, we have our joint venture partners, our joint venture small business incubator partners. And that's where we're working on a 50-50 basis, helping small businesses meet all the credibility factors they need to be able to get funding. And that is a more all-inclusive role. But separate from that, let's get to the topic today of why this is important. And it's important regardless if you're an affiliate or if you're a joint venture partner. It's equally applicable to both, but how we implement will be different. So there's going to be three parts to today's conversation: why it's relevant, the meat of the matter, and then how to apply it based upon your role. So what we know is that there are lots of life insurance agents across the country. I've had my life insurance license. I think I got first licensed in 1995. What I know to be true, and you can tell me if you disagree, but I'm confident, is that most life insurance agents are not doing the type of volume that they would like to do. Because selling life insurance, while it's very, very important to help people protect their assets and the other benefits of a properly designed policy, it's a hard conversation to start, and it's not a topic that often that individuals want to discuss. So getting that door opener, starting that conversation is difficult. So my experience has been that most life insurance agents are always looking for leads. Where do I get leads? Especially free leads that they don't have to pay for. So if you and I realize that there's literally millions of life insurance agents across the country, and they're fairly easy to identify and approach. And if we could approach them about a free system to help them write 20 to 30 more policies a month while benefiting you, of course, which we'll talk about as the third part of this conversation. You're not doing this as a volunteer for charity. Why wouldn't we want to do it? It's a great pool of labor, a great pool of talent, a great target audience to go after, to collaborate with. So with that, let's talk about what we propose that the life insurance agents would do and why. And then we'll close out our conversation today with how to apply it, regardless if you're a joint venture incubator partner or an affiliate, because it works for both. So what we've done is we've created or refreshed the position description, looking, and you should see it here on your screen, specifically for recruiting licensed life insurance agents. In the past, we've kind of loosened it up and said, well, if you're licensed or if you want to become licensed, but helping people become licensed and go through that process can consume a lot of time and energy. So here we're going to focus on currently licensed life insurance agents. And the pitch, if you will, is to get licensed life insurance agents to write key person policies for small business owners. Now, again, you're benefiting from this as well. We're going to go through that in detail on the last segment of today's call. But I think you can see that alone is going to attract a lot of interest. But let's continue. Depending upon where you post this, Indeed has been very successful. In some cases, you'll have to choose a category. And you could kind of masquerade it and call it education or what have you. But I think for this target audience, for this purpose, the category is insurance sales. Now, there's a little bit more to it. There's no strings attached. There's no cost to them. But I think labeling it as an insurance sales role is the right thing to do. Where nationwide, it's not just one opening, looking for multiple. And then on our overview, I really like this. So it states, we've taken the sale out of life insurance sales. Entrepreneurs need a key person policy in their loan package as they prepare for funding. We would like you to write those policies. So that's a pretty attractive pitch. And let's dig a little bit deeper. I really believe in this because what we do through our 4-week process of building financial literacy and building a loan package for participants in the free no upfront cost access to capital program, we are helping them meet the credibility factors needed to get ready for funding. So we're helping them build a business plan and financial projections, but they also need that key person policy that serves as a collateral assignment. So it's not like, oh, would you consider getting a life insurance policy? It's just the opposite of that. We're going down, checking the boxes, saying, let's get your file ready for funding. Is your business plan ready? Check or not check. Do we have your 36-month financial projections put together? Check or no check. And then also, do we have your properly designed key person policy? Check or no check. And I can tell you, I've been doing this a while. Maybe you've been doing it longer, but I've been doing this a while, and very, very few, I'm talking about less than 1% of entrepreneurs have a properly designed policy to serve this purpose. Now, many people have a policy, and we're not trying to do replacement. We're simply trying to get a policy that's set up correctly, that's going to typically be owned by the business is the beneficiary, and the lender has a collateral assignment. So it works perfectly. Okay, let's get over here to position type. There's no cost, and so there's just no strings attached. We're not asking the insurance agents to pay for a background check anymore. We've been able to get rid of that mess. They're not paying for leads. We're able to avoid that mess. There's no cost for the insurance agents. Now, again, these agents are going to either fall under your incubator if you're a joint venture incubator, or they're going to become a sub-affiliate of yours if you're an affiliate. And I'll get more to that here at the end of our call. So just keep in mind, their success is making you money. Just to be clear, recruiting agents and helping them sell these policies is going to make you more money. So stick with me here. Certainly it can be full-time or part-time. And the truth is we've adjusted this role because early on we put too much burden on the typical life insurance agent. You know, they're good at what they do, but to ask them to learn a whole new skill set and new processes and do other things did not work out well. So what we want the life insurance agents to do is what they do really well, which is write the policies. We don't want them to be mentoring the clients during the 4-week process, and we don't need them doing a bunch of education because it distracts them, and really what they often want to do is just write policies. Now, if they're coming in under your incubator and you want them to have some other duties, that's between you and them. If they're coming in as a sub-affiliate of yours, then it'll be just this clean. But let's progress. There's no prior training or experience necessary. So as long as they're licensed, they can hop in, we can get them engaged, help them write policies, and we can all make money. So we've got to keep it simple because, again, life insurance agents, smart people, but they often don't want to have to go start a brand new journey and learn a bunch of stuff and not have the risk of investing time with no money. And so what we want to be able to provide these life insurance agents is the assurance. Plug into this, there's no upfront cost. You're going to write an extra 20 to 30 policies a month. Okay, so rolling on down here. Now, I'll circulate this so you each have this in an editable format. So when you're recruiting agents, you want them to respond to you, don't you? And again, if you're a joint venture incubator partner, you're going to bring them in under your incubator. And if you're simply an affiliate, you're going to bring them in as a sub-affiliate. Two different ways of bringing the same type of agent in, depending upon your relationship with us and how we will all work together. But again, I'll get to that here at the end of the call. Who should apply? Well, certainly we're looking for licensed life insurance agents. I know that there's just a tremendous opportunity to go out and help people get licensed, get started in this career and in this exciting segment of financial services, but that became a distraction. So if they're licensed, that's who we want. If they're not licensed, they need to become licensed, and we really don't want to allocate the time and energy to walk them through that process. But we're looking for licensed life insurance agents that's willing to write 20 to 30 policies a month. I mentioned I've sold insurance for a long time, and I know some of you have as well. There's many different models of selling life insurance, and the pandemic has helped a lot of us because some of those models involved a lot of face-to-face selling. I did mortgage protection for a while. And so my goodness, you'd spend time calling, and then you would go make appointments and go to their home, usually in evenings or weekends. And so then your spouse and your family's not happy with you because you're not around. This is a lot cleaner because number one, we're focused on entrepreneurs, small business owners, and we don't need to have any face-to-face time with them. Now, if you or if the specific agent does want to do face-to-face selling, that's fine, but it's not a critical component of how we've set this up. And I see a few of you have questions, which is great. Just go ahead and type them into the Q&A box, and we'll get to those in a moment. We're almost done with segment 2. So we said 3 segments to this call. The first was the overview. The second, we're going through the position description now and talking about what the life insurance agents do and why it's set up this way. And then third, we're going to talk about how you monetize this, why it's really important to you. But we'll get to that in just a second. Okay, so also on this description, this is written from the perspective that one of our joint venture incubator partners is using this. If not, we can edit this a bit if you're coming from an affiliate recruiting a sub-affiliate who's a licensed agent. But regardless, we're building a national team of licensed life and health insurance agents. Probably should have just said life agents. 2, first, educate minorities and underserved populations about financial literacy. I'm going to pause there for a second before we get to the second half of this paragraph. We are not asking the agents to do the mentoring for the 4 weeks. We tried that with a few agents and it worked a little bit, but it didn't work a lot. It's not necessarily the comfort zone of a lot of agents to do a lot of new things. So instead, what we're saying is help us do the initial education to create awareness. And then from there, we'll take care of the implementation. We're not asking them to be part of the implementation team with the exception of writing the policy. So the 27mistakes.org is the resource site, but on it we talk about the 27 mistakes that keep small businesses from accessing business credit and funding. So that's the real message that we'd like to take out. It's educational, it's not sales oriented. It helps open up people's eyes of realizing, well, that's why I've not been able to get funding. I'm not credible enough. And then from there, we can pivot them into a client relationship. If you're running an incubator, then your life insurance agents can go out and do awareness building. And then you'll just need to have a system for them to submit the leads either to you or on the landing page, and then we can send them the DocuSign and get the clients enrolled. So the goal is to use the life insurance agents to bring in more access to capital clients. Therefore, we all economically benefit, all parties involved, and then they add out of that, their reward is writing the policy. So when we talk about educate here, we're talking about in a narrow sense, educating on awareness building using 27 mistakes, not the ongoing mentoring. Again, our experience of getting the average agent to do the 4-week mentoring wasn't good. I wouldn't recommend that. And then second, to write the key person policy, which serves as a collateral assignment on their loan package. Okay, so there's paragraph 1. Paragraph 2 just summarizes how this is possible and why it's relevant. Our 501c3 nonprofit administers a grant subsidized program, which is access to capital, as you know, that provides a minimum $100,000 capital raise to each participant, regardless of personal credit scores or time in business. And however, we need your help writing key person policies. So if we're trying, we have to identify with our target market, right? So in this discussion today, our target market is life insurance agents. So we're reiterating, we would like you to write 20 to 30 more key person policies a month. Is that something that would interest you if we could provide you leads and it didn't cost you any money? And I think you're going to oftentimes find yes. Because if you looked at the spectrum of licensed life insurance agents, there's some on the far right-hand side that are very comfortable, financially, very wealthy. What they're doing is working. I think that's maybe 20% of the market. And then you have those at the far left end that are very, very part-time, maybe not even writing policies because they could just not get or maintain traction to get clients. And then, of course, there's a lot in the middle that write some policies, but not near 20 to 30 a month. They're not helping near as many families or individuals as they would like. They're not earning a 6-digit or more income. So this is a great target audience to bring in life insurance agents under your incubator or as sub-affiliates of yours, whereby they can get paid to do this and you can generate a lot of money. Okay, free leads. So again, free leads is something that the average life insurance agent likes to hear because that's the problem. Where do I get leads? Well, let's talk about that. So first we clarify we can provide you leads that are composed primarily of newly formed businesses. And as many of you, we've sent out leads lists to you. Now, what you do with those leads lists makes all the difference in the world, doesn't it? And just yesterday on the training, we talked about we need to probably consider starting with education rather than selling. So if we gave you a list of 100 newly formed businesses, S Corps, C Corps, DBAs, LLCs, whatever, what we probably should be doing is trying to feed them into a webinar that addresses this content. Sorry, I didn't mean to open that. And then from there, bring them into the sales funnel. I don't know that enough of you are doing that, so we might want to consider how we can do more of that. Additionally, you're going to find that some life insurance agents are already well connected. Some already have clients, some are members of chambers, some attend churches, and or some are just willing to go out and build some key influencer relationships. So we want to encourage that if they would like to do so. So they can also, here in the last part, they can also leverage online. And you saw just yesterday, we talked about Craigslist ads, and certainly a number of you are generating good volume off of Facebook or other social media. So they can certainly do these things as well. You don't want to make this primary because there's a lot of life insurance agents that really aren't comfortable doing these things. And therefore, this is going to seem less of a good opportunity than if you can say, you know what, we can just provide you leads. If you are willing to reach out to the leads that we provide you, newly formed businesses, then go after it. But you're going to have some that just are not wired to be a boiler room, right? Some just aren't going to imagine themselves sitting there making 100 calls a day, which is almost the prerequisite here. Of course, as we've talked about before, we can always outsource the telephone calls, but let's not muddy the water for today's conversation. This paragraph is really, really, really crucial because you have to help the licensed life insurance agent understand access to capital is the ultimate door opener for creating relationships with small business owners, right? So you and I could go up to randomly to 100 small business owners and say, I'd like to talk to you about an insurance policy or talk to you about your insurance needs. Or conversely, we could go up to 100 small businesses and say, I'd like to talk to you about a grant subsidized program that provides a minimum guaranteed of $100,000 of capital to help you start or grow a business. And by the way, there's no minimum personal credit scores or minimum time in business to qualify. Would you be interested? I don't think any of us could logically argue that that second pitch is going to get a lot more conversations than the first. Well, bringing these agents in either under your incubator or as a sub-affiliate of yours, so you're an affiliate, they're an affiliate, you're getting override from their production, is remarkably valuable. So we're giving them a reason that small business owners will want to visit with them because we're solving an acute problem, which is access to capital. And so again, what we're trying to do is illustrate to them and convince them, without any cost. We're not trying to sell the agent anything. They can leverage our programming and they can sell an extra 20 to 30 policies per month. And again, we're not selling them anything. We're not charging them background checks anymore. We've been able to get rid of that nonsense. We're not charging them for leads. This is going to be very attractive. So then we get to the compensation. From a compensation perspective, we say earn a great income by writing key person policies. And they're going to write using our simplified ROP term policies. Now, those of you that are our joint venture incubator partners, we're doing 50-50 splits on policies and on the performance fees and incubator fees and all of that. And so if you're running a joint venture incubator, you can either write through our preferred company or write through your own. That's at your discretion. If you're running through the affiliate model, then again, we've loosened that up, and you can write the policies through the carrier that you would like. Policies are paid, again, if they're writing through our model, then it would be, we're going to focus on simplified issue return of premium term policies. Policies are paid with annual commissions, so there's no risk of chargebacks. No one wants to create a vector balance and not be able to sell insurance anymore. And so for our agents, they're not going to have any risk of chargebacks because the annual premium is paid in advance. And of course, weekly direct deposits. Okay, so let's recap. We started number one by saying, what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about how to use a specific group of professionals to help you earn more money. And that targeted group is licensed life insurance agents. We're going to help them get what they want so you get more of what you want. They want more policies to sell, more clients, and you want to earn more income. So that was number one. Number two was specifically about the proposition, which we've gone through pretty much word by word here, looking at this posting that we can get you editable version, and you can edit it if you need, and obviously have people respond to you. Now let's wrap it up with the third element again. What's in it for you? What's in it for you? So there's two answers. I'm going to first answer if you're a joint venture incubator partner, and then we're going to have a separate answer, not conflicting, but a separate answer if you're just an affiliate. So for those of you that are joint venture incubator partners, we've got to build a sales team. We've got to build a team that's out feeding into your sales funnel, into your incubator funnel. Now, when I mean incubator funnel, your incubator offers access to capital as well as the full incubator package. So I don't mean only feeding into the incubator package. What we've talked about is let's start by bringing people into the access to capital. For most of you, that's going to be the best path, no upfront cost. And then if we see that they have credibility issues, we can assist them. So for example, if they don't have a commercial address, they don't have a business phone number, they don't have a website, those things, then we can look at how we can assist them. So if you're running a joint venture incubator, having a large team of licensed life insurance agents doing this is going to make you wealthy, because they're going to go out and frankly, they're going to find the prospects. Now, we can give them leads, but they're going to help feed in those leads using our educational model to move that lead to a prospect. And then that prospect, of course, is going to enroll. And then now as a joint venture incubator, you've got a 50-50 revenue split on that client relationship. And the agent is writing policies, happily so. So that's what's in it for you as a joint venture incubator partner. Now let's stop and then pivot and start. If you're simply an affiliate, which is fine, then this is golden for you, because as an affiliate, you earn overrides on the production of your sub-affiliates, right? We're not MLM, we're not network marketing, but our affiliate model goes 3 levels deep. So let's take Quang. Quang's on the call. Quang's one of our affiliates. Quang is not licensed. Quang doesn't need to be licensed. Quang can use this and go recruit sub-affiliates. So in other words, they're affiliates that are under Quang, the second layer deep, if you will. And so then those affiliates who are licensed life insurance agents do what we're talking about here, and Quang earns overrides on the production of his sub-affiliates. Now, will Quang get paid any part of the insurance? Of course not, because we just said in this example, which is true, Quang's not licensed life insurance, not licensed as a life insurance agent, which is fine, but he's still going to get overrides on the performance fee of the capital raise of the clients. Why we really like working with licensed life insurance agents is they get money up front, and we know that that's a powerful carrot, a powerful motivator, because we know we're going to be writing a policy for most clients in the first month. So there's a direct correlation between I generate a client and I get paid quickly. That's what motivates people. If you have an affiliate that is not licensed as a life insurance agent and they're not in that insurance revenue flow, then of course they could have a longer delay because now they're waiting for the capital raise to occur. That's why it's crucial for those of you that are running incubators, focus on recruiting licensed life insurance agents to be part of your business development team. And if you're an affiliate, I would have a concentrated effort of recruiting licensed life insurance agents, because they can write the policies, you still get the overrides from the capital raise. Okay, so now let's get to your questions, comments, concerns, because I feel very strongly about this, and I don't think that we've made it clear enough in the past. We believe that your targeted market for building a distribution team should be licensed life insurance agents. You have what most licensed life insurance agents want, a no-cost conduit to write 20 to 30 more policies a month. Help them earn an adult income, help them help more people, help you get what you want, which is more money. Okay, so let's get into your questions. The way we handle Q&A is through the Q&A function of Zoom, which is kind of like chat. All right, Robert says he has a large stack of business cards. Well, that's great. So we need to reach out to them. I'll send out an editable version of this with today's recording. You can obviously adjust this, and if you need to make a few other tweaks, you can, but you want to market, and attract. And if you want to use Indeed or Craigslist and use this content, you're going to get, I would say, an average of 10 resumes per day, which is awesome. And you should have a very high conversion rate of those that apply with you to join your team, because what's the cost to them? Nothing. What's the reward to them? The opportunity to write an extra 20 to 30 policies a month, right? With free leads, with a model that opens the door for them. So again, I don't want you to think, oh, you have to be licensed to be an affiliate. That's not true. But when you are licensed as a life insurance agent and an affiliate, you're getting double benefit. You're getting income from 2 different streams, but maybe most importantly, you're getting your first check, first round of compensation nearly immediately from each client within the first 30 days, because the key person policy will be written during that 4-week process, the onboarding, the education, the loan packaging. If you're an affiliate and you're not life insurance licensed, then you're waiting for the capital raise, which may be quick or may not be so quick based upon the client's credibility. All right, let's get back to your questions. All right, John asked a great question. And certainly there are some people that will not be approved for a life insurance policy, maybe because of, a variety of factors. We'll just leave it blank. Some people won't get approved. And so that will happen. So if they can't get approved, then you're right, John, then there won't be a life insurance sale and you won't be paid commissions on that client. But what we can do, John, is provide a method that you're getting lots of conversations with lots of small business owners, and many of them will write policies. And if you follow the model, you will write an extra 20 to 30 policies, more than what you're writing now per month. But if they can't get approved for the key person policy, that does not lock them out of funding. We just need to be able to document that. Thank you, John, for asking. So yes, Bruce. So we're getting lots of questions about the free leads. But what we're going to do is we need to have confidence of what you're doing with the leads. So what we want to do is see that you have Eventbrite set up, which is free, and we talked about it yesterday, that you're ready. And we're not asking these licensed life insurance agents to teach this. They could use the recorded version, or you could be teaching it live if you want. But we're spending so much time paying for and sending out leads lists that we don't feel that in the field you're following the best practice. So again, what's the best practice? We covered it yesterday. Set up an Eventbrite registration that lists when you're going to be teaching the 27 mistake video. You can either teach the 27 mistake PowerPoint deck yourself, or you can open up the webinar, play the YouTube recording, and then close it out, and then seek to do a needs analysis with each client afterwards. We don't see the success of just cold calling these leads lists with a pitch. What we should do is lead with education. And so any of you that are Bruce and others that are looking for more leads lists, that's fine, but show us your plan. Just email simply me your plan. Okay, I've set up Eventbrite. Here's my link. I'm going to be teaching the 27 mistakes 1 time a week, or 3 times a week, or 3 times a day. Again, we just want to see that you've got the back end planned out, because just simply giving you these leads, if we're not going to use them properly, we're burning through them, and they're too valuable. So that would be the responsibility that you have if you're looking for more free leads, is show us your plan, and we're happy to take the time and incur the expense of getting you Excel spreadsheets of, for example, recently formed new businesses. Okay, so that explains what Dion was looking for. Robert's asking a good question, that what are the mechanics of getting these resumes? Again, here's the position description. I will send it to you all with a recording today in editable fashion. And then you're going to need to post. You're going to need to recruit life insurance agents. Now, you're noticing a subtle difference. We always used to call licensed life insurance agents financial literacy educators, because it sounded kind of cool and it redefined what they did. But Robert, you want to know what we've learned? We've learned that a lot of life insurance agents just really want to sell more life insurance policies. They don't want to go learn something and become something different or new. Therefore, here's our compromise. Fine. Focus on life insurance sales. We'll provide you a system with no cost and free leads to write an extra 20 to 30 policies a month. We'll take care of the mentoring. Now, when I say we'll, that pronoun means if you're a joint venture incubator, like you are, Robert, then your incubator is going to do the mentoring. You're not going to push that off to the agents, because I'm not confident you're going to get a good experience if you ask the average agent to do the 4-week mentoring. If it's through the affiliate channel, which many of you are in, then we have, I think, 112 or so people that have agreed to do mentoring for clients. You'll still get the policy sale, but someone else will do the mentoring. So what's the mechanics of getting resumes is what Robert asked. Take this position description and post and post and post, or a better verb would be recruit, recruit, recruit. Aggressively recruit licensed life insurance agents. You're not trying to sell them anything. You're not trying to get any money from them. You're just looking for licensed life insurance agents that will do what we talked about, that are willing to write 20 to 30 policies a month. Okay. Robert says this close rate will be in the high 90s, and I believe it. The close rate typically is very high, and you can go in naively almost expecting a 1-to-1 ratio. Almost every access to capital client will become a key person policy sale. Not exactly, but pretty close. Kwong asks, can one life license join more than one financial services? Kwong, I apologize. I don't exactly understand your question. If you could repeat it. Mr. Green asked, and so that's right. So Mr. Green's one of our joint venture incubator partners. And so, yes, typically, well, you and I know we're doing a 50-50 split, Mr. Green, and all of our incubator managers with you and with us. And so out of your half, what you could do is offer some portion of that, whether it's half of your half or not, to the licensed life insurance agent. I think that's a nice, clean way to do it. And so they're going to make, on average, let's say $250 per policy that they write. So if they're writing on the low end 20 a month, that would be what, $5,000 a month that they're making with no investment on a very part-time effort. The average licensed life insurance agent is not earning $5,000 a month now, much less. So that's a strong proposition. And I can tell you, when I told you I worked for State Farm Bank. I was never a PNC agent. That wasn't my background, but I was at that time licensed in life and health. And even with companies like State Farm, I think that was around I don't remember exactly, but I think that was around the comp schedule for being a State Farm agent. It was, like 25% or so of premium. So here it's a strong proposition, Mr. Green. Recruit a bunch of agents, have them to be your part of your sales model for your incubator, and they have no upfront cost. They can write policies, they can earn great commissions, and they have no risk of chargebacks, because clients are going to pay annual premium on that. Okay, let's see. You want to ask. So you want to ask a good question. She's pointing out that some clients will come to us and they lack an element of credibility. And the element of credibility she's mentioning is that they're insolvent. So you could certainly have a small business owner, an entrepreneur that comes into access to capital. We're going through the 4-week process, and we're trying to meet credibility factors, right? We're making sure they've got a commercial address, making sure their paydex score looks good. And if not, we do the business credit build, making sure that their personal credit is credible. If not, we got credit boost, all those things. But her point is, well, what if we get to writing this policy and they can't afford the policy? Well, that means they're insolvent, because the average policy is $1,200, the equivalent of $100 a month. That's the average policy that we see being written in this model. So and it could be more, and of course, if you're doing advanced strategies like indexed universal life and so forth. But in general, the average policy is the equivalent of $100 a month, $1,200. So Yolanda brings up the point, well, my goodness, what if they don't have $1,200? Well, then they've got a real problem, don't they? It's not that they don't have money for the policy, which is needed for their loan package. Their problem is they're freaking insolvent, right? And so if you and you'll see that, you certainly will see that, Yolanda. So if you have someone that's insolvent, then we need to solve that credibility factor, don't we? And so we could do a little bit of business coaching of saying, well, Betty, what's going on? Why is your business insolvent? Why are you broke? Well, I came to you for access to capital. Oh yeah, I understand that. But how is it that your business is not producing any income? Well, I'm pre-launch or pre-revenue, or I need capital to be able to raise. So we may need to solve that problem, Yolanda, and that'll happen on occasion where we need to be able to help the individuals obtain solvency. And so maybe they become a credit educator, right? And as a credit educator, they go out, they promote the no upfront cost credit boost. They earn an extra $500 on average per credit boost client. You know, it's very possible that we'll have to work with some clients that are insolvent to address their solvency issue. But I just want you to define the problem correctly, Wanda. It's not that they don't have money for the insurance policy, it's they're insolvent, right? And so that's a much bigger issue. It's probably not just that they don't have money for the policy for their loan package. They probably don't have money for their business to be credible in multiple regards. That's, I think, part of the real value of what we offer small businesses. If they just need some extra earned income, we can help them with that, right? They can become a credit literacy educator for next to nothing. They can go help generate some credit boost clients and make on average $500 per client help. You might say, well, they don't want to do that. They just want to go sell donuts or sell mufflers or whatever their business is. Well, then great. Go sell donuts or more mufflers, but you're insolvent right now. You need to sell more donuts or mufflers or something. Well, I can't sell more donuts or mufflers because I need money. Well, then you need to find something. You need to diversify the revenue streams in your business in the short term so you can survive. You have no earned income, Betty, for example. And so sometimes we have to add a service line to our business that generates some cash flow so we can accomplish the rest of what we're doing. So this isn't some sort of Ponzi scheme to get everybody to come in and be a credit literacy educator. I'm just explaining that if you have a client that's insolvent, that has no liquidity, that's their core problem, and they need earned income. It's hard to go borrow money when we can't show people that we have the money to pay it back. So again, that's one of the elements of secret sauce that we have in this approach, is not only can we help clients get debt-based capital, borrowing money, or equity-based capital, money they don't have to pay back, we can also help them get some earned income because we need that business to cash flow enough to be able to pay its bills. All right, so that was a long drawn out answer. Thank you, Wanda, for that. And then Kwong says, he meant if he's licensed and he joins IIMFL and other services like State Farm. Well, I'll take a stab at answering that. So yes, what we've done is we've relaxed the standards. We are not requiring agents to write through our carrier. Agents can write through the carrier of their preference. They're going to work with the client and choose the right policy that's suitable for the client. So I think the answer to your question, Kwong, is that is fine. All right, so we ran long, so let's summarize, and then hopefully let's go execute. Let's go implement. So after today's recording, we'll disseminate it. We'll include an editable version of this. What you're to do this weekend, or if you're listening to this some other time, within the next 24 to 48 hours, take this and start posting. Start recruiting agents. If you're an incubator, great. They're going to fall under your incubator. If you are an affiliate, great. We'll put them in as sub-affiliates of yours. So they get paid, you get paid overrides. This is the best target market to go after to be able to drive in prospects into your funnel. Robert's asking for another landing page. No, we don't need more landing pages. We don't need more landing pages. What we need is a model with people, and these are the people who are going to go get exposure to prospects, whether it be through these leads or through key influencers or online promotion, and drive people into your Eventbrite, which is where they register for the 27 mistakes that you or someone on your team's either going to conduct live or play the recorded on-demand version there. And so that's what we need to do. We need to feed them in. So we don't need a landing page for this. We need a Eventbrite set up so people can start registering for your education focused on 27 mistakes. And we need to recruit agents like crazy. Like, I want each of you to have 50 agents on your team by January 1st. You can say, well, that sounds outlandish. It's not. There's so many life insurance agents that need leads, that need income, and you've got the golden ticket for them. You're not selling them anything. You're not charging them anything. You're giving them the vehicle to be able to write 20 to 30 more policies a month. This is what that marketplace needs. You have it, but now it's your responsibility to go out, bring those agents either under your incubator, or if you're an affiliate, as sub-affiliates of yours, and we can all benefit. All right, well, thanks everyone for your time. Have a great day, great weekend, and we'll see you back Monday morning. Bye-bye.